Mm. I will tell you now about something that happened with year 2012. You have heard and read about this theory about 2012, that is the end of time. I don't say that is the end of time, but something special will it happen in December 12, 2012, because God have told me that something special should happen in that time. How I will tell you how it come that I know that something special should happen, and how God was talking to me. It started, it was in just the week before September 11, 2001. I didn't know it should be so tremendous changing of people and churches in the United States because of the attack of the Twin Tower and Pentagon. So I was in a motel that the police had helped me to get, and they paid for it because there was a man that tried to kill me and in my walk in the United States, and I had got 1 week at the motel, and then I didn't know where to go because I had no money, and I was in Franklin in Virginia, and there was only Greyhound bus was going there to come to Virginia Beach. That was the closest big city, but I didn't have any money to take the bus. I didn't have any money at all. So when just the night before I should leave the hotel, I was very worried and wondering what I should do next day when I didn't have a bed and had no money to move to another place. And this was a small city, so there was not so much help for me. And I didn't know so much about help in the churches. Didn't know the churches at all. But in the night, just that night before I should leave the motel, that night, as dark as this in my background here, it was so dark in my room. When I wake up of a bright light up in the ceiling, and a voice was coming out from the bright light, and the voice said, "You are going to a church tomorrow." And I'd be surprised, but you don't say anything against it, because it's so, that's how it is, like that voice. You don't argue with me. So I only asked, I was sitting up in my bed, and then I asked, what sort of church should I go to? I have no clue about churches in the United States. There are so many denominations in the United States that I'm not used with in Sweden. And he said, "I will show you." And then I asked, "But what should I tell them in the church?" then the voice in this bright light said, "I will show you." And then I lay down and fall to sleep, and I wake up early in the morning, and I wonder how I should know what church I should go to. But then I was thinking that I have a telephone book in my room. So I put the finger in the book only and see what the finger is pointed out. And it come to a church, pointed out the church, and the name was the Roses of Sharon. The Rose of Sharon. And I thought it was the church in this city, Franklin. But it wasn't. I called up to, and then I wondering what should I tell them. And then I remember that many hotels and motels around the world, they have a Gideon Bible. So I find the Gideon Bible, and I put the same. I look somewhere else, and then I pointed a finger in the Bible, and it's come up Psalm 86. So I call up this church, and I come to talk to the bishop that should preach that morning. I didn't even know it was Sunday. And he said, "Oh, God is not talking to you. God is not telling you to go to our church, it's to the little church." And then I'd be angry, because even if I didn't know God so much, I'd be angry because I knew that was not how God is. If he don't look at the size of the church. So I should go to that church, even if they say it was only 50 members in that church. So I come to that church, and in that church was God talking to the pastor, and he was talking to me, and it was like it was only the pastor, me and God. And the bishop, he said, "I don't know, but I get the message to tell you 12, 12, 12. And I felt it was about time. I felt that it was about time. And then I didn't know about this with Maya calendar and these things. I didn't know anything about that. And then I come to move to Virginia Beach in September, in the beginning of September, and 3-4 days later I saw this with this attack from Twin Tower. I live so close to it, so many people that was around me, they were going to New York to make a report to newspaper, and so they go there, and some people was killed that lived in Virginia Beach. So I was very close to the terrorist attack, and that is what God told me. December 12, 2012, something special will happen. I don't say a rapture, But it seems like he pointed out September 11, 2001 for me, that it should be like that, that something from the sky is coming and flying objects over the world, and they are going to do something. That's what God told me by showing me this with the attack. Maybe it's UFO. Maybe it's Messiah that's coming. Maybe it's something else. You see, time will tell. And it's time to make you ready to clean up your house and clean up yourself till that time. So you are one of those that survive if there will be something special. God bless you.